Moyen was an ordinary girl from a simple family, but she had big dreams. For past 6 months, she had been secretly saving money for something her parents would never approve of. A trip to Korea to attend her favorite band BTS concert. She had told her parents she was going on a trip with her friends, but in reality, she was heading to Korea all alone and filled with excitement. On the day of the flight, YN was seated in economy class, while in the same flight, just a few seats ahead, in business class, was none other than Jungkook. He was tired and bored, looking for something to pass the time. Meanwhile, YN, trying to amuse herself, decided to send a random message via airdrop. Hello, is anyone there? Many received the message, but no one bothered to reply. Jungkook, however, intrigued by unusual boredom, decided to respond. Hey, I'm here. What's up? Surprised YN replied, oh my god, finally! I'm on my first trip to Korea and I'm doing it secretly. Jungkook amused us. Secretly? Why secretly? YN explained how she had saved money in secret, avoiding any unnecessary expenses, and lied to her parents to make her dream come true. She shared, YN, I'm going to my favorite band's concert. It's been my dream for so long. Curious Jungkook asked Jungkook, what's so special about this band? Thinking he was clueless about BTS, YN passionately began describing why the band meant so much to her, talking about the incredible performances, touching lyrics, and deep connection she felt while listening to their songs. She continued, YN, I have never seen a band like them. They are just everything. Jungkook smiled at her enthusiasm. He found her energy infectious and asked Jungkook, what's the name of the band? YN, realizing she hadn't mentioned the name yet, sent a playful response. YN, I can't believe I have been talking so much and you haven't guessed yet. It's BTS. Who else could it be? A smile spread across Jungkook's face. He was touched by her devotion without knowing she was speaking to him directly. For some reason, he felt a strange warmth in his heart and he wanted to keep talking to her. Jungkook, oh, I'm from Korea too. If you need any help, just let me know. YN relieved replied. YN, thank God you are from Korea. Can you share your Instagram ID? I might need some local tips. Jungkook hesitated but decided to share his personal, lesser known account under the name of Jeonk. YN responded excitedly. YN, oh my gosh, my future boyfriend's names are with Jeon too. Jungkook felt a strange flutter at this feeling, both amused and oddly hopeful. Jungkook, future boyfriend? You have a boyfriend? She quickly replied, YN, not yet, but soon. It's Jeon Jungkook from BTS. I'm sure he will be my boyfriend one day. Jungkook couldn't help but laugh out loud at her confidence and innocence. There was something soothing about how candidly she spoke of her dreams. Jungkook, why Jungkook? He asked playfully. Jungkook, there are so many people chasing after him. YM responded with a stream of praises about Jungkook, singing, dancing, and everything else she adored about him. Her words were filled with such sincerity that Jungkook found himself smiling constantly. She made him feel seen even if she didn't know it was really him. Feeling connected, Jungkook told her, Jungkook, I actually know Jungkook. If you want, I can help you meet him. YN's excitement skyrocketed. YN, are you serious? That would be a dream come true for me. As they kept chatting, laughing, and sharing stories, YN added him on Instagram. Jungkook couldn't resist checking out her profile. He saw her pictures, her posts about BTS, and the passion she had for life. As the flight prepared to land, YN messaged YN, let's meet at the gate. I want to thank you in person. Jungkook hesitated and replied, Jungkook, I wish I could, but I have to go somewhere urgently. But I promise we will meet soon. YN understood, though she felt a little disappointed after she disembarked. She went her way, still buzzing with excitement about her upcoming concert. Moments later, as Jungkook stepped off the plane, he was swarmed by cameras and reporters. News spread quickly across TV and social media. Jungkook was back in Korea, gearing up for his big concert. After landing, YN was busy exploring and grabbing a few essentials. She hadn't seen the news yet, so she still had no idea that the mysterious Jeon she had been talking with was actually Jungkook himself. Feeling adventurous, she messaged Yeon why and I really want to try tteokbokki. Do you know any good places? Jungkook, thrilled by the timing, quickly responded, Jungkook, you asked at the perfect time. I know just the spot. You will gonna love it. Why trusting Jeon's suggestion made her way to the restaurant. The atmosphere was cozy. The scent of the freshly made tteokbokki filled the air. She settled down, enjoying the spicy flavor she would dream about so long. As she savored each bite, she suddenly noticed something that made her heart race. Just two tables ahead, surrounded by a few bodyguards, was none other than Jungkook himself casually eating his meal. Ryan's heart pounded with excitement. She was practically screaming inside. She couldn't believe her luck. The real Jungkook was right in front of her. In a rush of joy, she quickly grabbed her phone and messaged Yeon. Ryan, OMG, did you know Jungkook would be here? Is that why you sent me to this place? Jungkook, reading her message, couldn't help but chuckle at her reaction. He replied playfully, Jungkook, ha ha ha, how did you like my surprise? Ryan was overwhelmed with gratitude. She couldn't stop smiling as she messaged back, Ryan, this is the best day of my life. Thank you so much, Jeon. I can't believe you made this happen. She looked up at Jungkook, who subtly glanced her way with a small smile. Ryan, both Jungkook and Jimin are looking so much handsome. I am so much happy. Even though she still hadn't realized the full truth, Ryan felt a warm connection, a moment she would cherish forever. While they were leaving, Jungkook looked at her for a second and their eyes met. Both of their heartbeats started to move faster. Then he left and Ryan was so much happy, all thanks to a stranger named Jeon, who just happened to be the person she adored most. Days turned into weeks, and Ryan and Jeon started talking every day. They would share everything from random thoughts to deep conversations, bonding over their shared love for music, food, travel. Meanwhile, rumors began to swirl in the media world. News outlets were buzzing with speculations that Jungkook was spending an unusual amount of time on his phone. News: is he dating someone? Who is the mystery person keeping him so busy? Were some of the headlines. When Ryan saw these reports, she messaged Jeon a bit concerned. Ryan, is he dating someone? The news keeps talking about Jungkook spending all his time on his phone. Is there any truth of that? Jeon, amused, reassured her. Jungkook, don't worry about it. I'm telling you, he is completely single. No need to stress. Hearing this, Ryan felt a wave of relief wash over her. She couldn't help but smile at how Jeon always knew just what to say to make her feel at ease. As they continued to chat, they started sharing their likes and dislikes, favorite foods, movies, and hobbies. Ryan noticed something peculiar. Ryan, she said one day. Ryan, you and Jungkook seem to have so much in common. Your likes and dislikes matched almost perfectly. Jungkook laughed at her observation, enjoying how oblivious yet spot on she was. He replied teasingly, Jungkook, seems like you know a lot about Jungkook, huh? Ryan grinned at his response, not knowing she was talking directly to the person she admired. Her heart warmed as she realized just how much she enjoyed these conversations with John. Every day felt a little brighter, a little more special, and she couldn't wait to see where this unexpected friendship would lead her. Ryan, brimming with confidence, replied, Ryan, of course I know Jungkook very well. She felt sure of herself, having spent countless of hours watching interviews, reading articles, and following every bit of BTS content she could find. Jungkook, amused by her certainty, decided to test her. Jungkook, alright, let's play a little game. I will ask you some questions about Jungkook, and if you answer correctly, I will personally arrange for you to meet him. Ryan's eyes sparkled with excitement. She couldn't believe this was happening. Her chance to prove herself and maybe even meet her idol. Ryan, challenge accepted. She replied eagerly. Jungkook began with some basic questions, expecting to trip her up at some point. Jungkook, what's Jungkook's favorite book? Without missing a beat, Ryan replied, Ryan, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Impressed but still thinking he could catch her, Jungkook continued. Jungkook, okay, what's his favorite hobby? And besides music, he loves drawing and gaming, and answered confidently. Jungkook was starting to get surprised, but didn't show it. He asked another more personal question. Jungkook, what's his best memory? Ryan took a moment before answering. Ryan, he once said his best memory was when BTS won their first daesang. He felt like all the hard work had paid off and he was surrounded by the people he loves the most, his members. As Jungkook continued, he kept trying to stump her, asking about his favorite movies, foods, and personal quirks, things only a true friend would know. But YN answered every question flawlessly, surprising Jungkook with each correct response. He couldn't believe how deeply she knew him. Jungkook was stunned. He had thought there would be at least one question YN wouldn't know the answer to, but she had nailed every single one. Each correct answer left him more amazed than before. He couldn't help but think to himself, she really knows everything about him. At that moment, Jungkook realized just how much YN had devoted herself to knowing him, not just as a celebrity, but as a person. There was something touching about how deeply she understood him, and it made him want to meet her even more. Jungkook, smiling to himself, finally said, Jungkook, wow, you really do know everything about him. I didn't think anyone could answer all those questions. YN, beaming with pride, responded, YN, I told you I have been a fan since the beginning. I know him inside and out. Jungkook's heart warmed. In her, he saw the purest form of love and dedication. He couldn't help but feel a deeper connection. Little did she know, she had already met the person she admired most, and this was just the beginning of something even more special in her life. After YN's perfect performance in the quiz, Jeon kept his promise saying, Jungkook, alright, I will make sure you meet Jungkook after the concert, just as I promised. YN was over the moon with excitement. She couldn't believe her dream was finally coming true. The concert was the very next day, and YN messaged Jeon nervously. YN, what should I say to Jungkook when I meet him? I'm freaking out. I don't even know what to talk about. Jungkook chuckled at her message, imagining her flustered expression. Jungkook, just speak from your heart. He replied simply. Jungkook, say whatever comes naturally.